Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard if you are brand new. Welcome back if you are not. And welcome home if that fits perfectly for you. Today we want to talk about March of 2024. If you happen to be a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or if you know, love someone, and spend a lot of time with someone who has strong Capricorn presence in their chart, listening is always a good thing, right? That cross-watcher stance can give us some insight in order to navigate a little better when it comes to how we structure our lives and our relationships. The other thing that I would like to tell you is that this is general reading, so everything can't and won't resonate for you. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Leave it here. You're under no obligation to pick anything up that doesn't feel right. And check your moon sign, check your rising sign, check your Venus sign, or go to a pick a card reading. There are plenty. So if these aren't your messages, just go ahead and check out different messaging or come back next month. Okay, my Capricorn friends. It's all good, right? No matter how it works, it's all good. So you have Scorpio and you have sadness and isolation. So, my Capricorn friends, however that feels to you, first of all, I'm sorry if you're feeling sad and isolated. Sometimes, and we'll let the tarot either disregard what I'm about to say or add to it. Sometimes we isolate ourselves in order to process something. Sometimes we choose to isolate ourselves because we're not feeling like we're capable of doing some work, or that we're in a position to process something that's coming in for us, right? And if that's the case, sometimes it's better. It feels more comfortable to sit quietly and try to manage it ourselves, right? However, you have this Scorpio card here, and this Scorpio card, the word here is detective, right? So this is asking you to do a deep dive, right? Saying that it might be scary. It might feel like you don't want to dive into this sadness and isolation, but guess what? You get to anyway. The moon is talking to you about how you have opportunity to dive into something with your own intuition, right? This might be a cycle. It might be a pattern for you, and it might be something that's keeping you out of your widest presence. It might be something that's keeping you locked into a pattern of behavior or a pattern of beliefs that are no longer necessary, right? Not even talking about whether or not they're productive, right? You know, that whole concept of if this belief no longer serves you. Well, it's not about whether it serves you. It's about whether the pattern is still relevant. And you just haven't gotten to the part where you ditch it yet. And that's okay, right? That's okay. But if it's creating this sadness and isolation, if it's keeping you out of your highest and best, then it's not okay. Then you're not doing yourself any favors by looking away from it. And so, if you put your Sherlock Holmes hat on and say, all right, let me get curious about what this pattern is. Let me get curious about where this originated. Let me get curious about how I can choose a different response. Those are never bad things, right? Even if it feels scary, guess what? Even if it's scary, even if you feel like you don't want to trust what's coming, even if you feel like you don't have the capacity. Ooh, you know what? We just had this in the Libra reading. Oh, I'm so sorry. In the Sagittarius reading. So there might be a message for you there, right? So the way that you're choosing to be able to move forward, right? If you're dependent on someone else, if you're dependent on input from another person, if you're waiting for somebody else to make a choice in order to feel stable and solid, if you keep saying to yourself, maybe I don't have the capacity, maybe I don't have the presence, maybe I don't have the strength, maybe I don't have the knowledge, maybe I just don't want to, right? Maybe I'd just rather sit over here in the dark than get up and turn the light on. Okay, that's okay, right? That's okay if that's what you need to do. But guess what? Remember that even if it's scary, you're missing opportunities by keeping yourself out of the game, is what I want to say. You've got 3 majors here, so this is a big deal, right? And this is about the people in your life, right? The people who are responsible to and for your ideas and the way that you move. The way that you move as your ideas, the way that they construct your parameters and define your paradigms, right? The bottom line is something wants to come in, and you need to perhaps witness this sadness and isolation as productive time, right? Not just rejecting what is being asked of you, right? Dive in, really dive in and ask yourself, why am I scared of this and what do I want, right? Wanting a fresh start literally just says, we need to start over. And by we, I mean you, right? You can't start over with another person until you agree to start over with yourself. I would like clarifier on that moon, please. Actually, yep, that's what I'd like. A clarifier on the moon. Okay. Oh, well. Okay, so you get the devil as your clarifier. So this is just clarification. This is just validation of the fact that you have a pattern. You have an attachment, you have a belief, you have a something, a limiting belief, you have a habit that's not serving you anymore, and it feels scary to do the work to judge it. You have some kind of something in your this is how I do it, this is what I do, this is how I do it, this is what I do, right? It's an attachment to a belief. But guess what? You have giant swords here. You have the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, and Justice, right? All of these are able to allow you to cut through whatever is in your way, right? Whatever static you have, whatever confusion you have, whatever's holding you back from the widest expansion and expression of your highest and best, right? So however this cycle has felt insurmountable, however it has created this shrinking world for you where you're stuck in something that's like this big, right? Because you're scared, because you feel like you can't move forward, you're going to be offered an opportunity to shine some light in there, or to have some light shown in there, right? I hope, my Capricorn friends, that you take that opportunity to really witness what it is that's keeping you from feeling the way that you want to feel, that's holding you in this space of feeling sad and isolated, right? I think the answers are there and they want to come in. So in March of 2024, you get to choose whether or not you're ready to look at those. It's okay if you're not, but I think the universe is saying, hey, maybe it's time, right? Maybe it's time, Capricorns. Yeah, I wish you nothing but the best. Hit like, hit subscribe, come back, let me know how this goes for you. Yeah, I'll see you next month for sure, and take care.